Hello and welcome to jasonnewland.com. My name's Jason Newland. Please only listen when you can safely close your eyes. This is Let Me Bore You to Sleep. It is Monday's Boring Objects. So I'm just checking the stats for my website. So today's Monday the 14th of April 2025. Let me just see, I did have a message from Rich saying, Jason, thanks for all the help in putting me to sleep. You're so boring. Thanks especially for the Sunday papers. I love that. One thing I noticed, and it may be unique to me, is the volume of your podcast seems low. I'm listening using a sleep mask with built-in speakers, and I turn down the volume with the advert, but then I have to maximize the volume when you speak. That is, yeah, I don't think it's just you. I think, yeah, I've had that said before. It's weird because the recording equipment I have tried to increase the volume this time, but sometimes in editing it doesn't sound so good when it's increased. Like the background sound is a little bit distorted, and I tried to do it so there's no fuzz or buzz or anything like that. I mean, I know I've got Vinny in the background doing whatever he does, and I've got the window open, so there's the birds and maybe a bit of wind and possibly the neighbours. But it's the kind of the electronic staticky sound that I don't want. Yeah, so it's quite a hard one to manoeuvre, and the adverts don't always play, and I know that they're only ever at the very, very beginning. So they're not in the middle and they're not at the end. But it's, they don't play that often. But it's like, I don't know why the adverts have to be louder than the actual recording. It's the same with TV as well, isn't it? You watch TV, suddenly adverts come on and wakes you up. So yeah, I mean, I've tried to increase the volume, but it might increase the volume of I don't know. I've tried to increase the volume anyway today and see if it comes out a bit better, and I'll leave it at this volume. Anything louder than this seems to be a bit distorted, and I don't want it to be distorted. Ironically, if I make a video of myself, the volume seems to be a bit louder naturally, but then I've got to be on camera, and I don't want to be on camera. This is one of those things, so thanks, Rich. I'm just going to put a note in there. I have addressed your post, your comment. I addressed this issue in today's Let Me Bore You to Sleep and Boring Objects, soon to be released. So yeah, I mean, there's always obstacles in a way of these things. Like, I want it to sound clear, but at the same time, I don't want it to be too loud. I mean, the volume can be changed on the side of the listener. I mean, I'd have to turn it up if I was listening as well. And I try and make it so the volume goes down as the recording goes along. It's a bit of or constantly tinkering with it, trying to make changes, and I'm generally near the microphone. I mean, sometimes I do move away from the microphone when I'm talking to Vinny, but most of the time the microphone's not in my mouth, which it used to be in the past. I used to have the microphone really close, constantly banging into it. So the microphone's, I'm trying to measure it with my finger. So I mean, it's probably about 40 inches away. Okay, maybe 3 inches away, but you know, for me at our class that's 40 inches. But it should be fairly close. Yeah, it's one of those things. I try and make it sound okay. I really do. I do. Oh, just to let you know, your payment is waiting. Oh, the amount of stuff I get, rubbish emails. But today I got my first Q&A Friday question from my website. Excited. That's from Anne. I won't tell you what it is until Friday. So this is my new thing I've done. On my website, jasonnewland.com, at the very top of the page, you know, when you've gone to the home page, above the newest recordings, there's a little form you can just fill in if you've got a question for the next Q&A Friday. There's also a page on its own which you can click on as well, which is, let's have a look. Yeah, it's in the menu, Q&A Friday questions. And Ask Me Anything Q&A Friday submission. So what I'm going to do is, when I'm going to store them in a folder on my email. When I've answered a question, I'll mark them down as answered. So however many questions I get between now and when I do the recording on Friday, that's the questions I will answer. And then I'll start again from scratch from then onwards until the next Friday. Also, I've got a YouTube channel. I've been uploading every single new recording that I do now, including all the different length ones. It's not going to go down hugely well with some people that are subscribed, but I'm kind of thinking more of future subscribers, because it's another place you can listen to all my recordings, all my new recordings. So each recording is 6 different versions. I just thought it would be useful for those that maybe for whatever reason want to listen on YouTube. So it's more options, that's all. So yeah, so I'm a little bit behind on having them public. So the last one I got scheduled is for tomorrow at 6 o'clock. And that was yesterday's, Sunday's papers. So yeah, the one I did do, Let Me Bore Your Pain Away earlier, number 22. And that will be uploaded to YouTube. So this recording probably won't be on YouTube until probably like 1 o'clock in the morning on the 16th. So that'll be Wednesday. So there's a little bit of a lag, but I'll catch up, because you know, once I stop making so many recordings every day and I have a break, maybe I'll go a few days without doing anything, it will then catch up with itself. And that is very likely to happen, because it normally does. But you know, never know. Jackie also wrote me a comment saying, I so love and so appreciate how you can completely leave politics alone when you talk to us folks. It means a lot. And you know that we know that you know exactly what we know and how much we all are. Yeah. So we all kind of know what's going on in the world, but I don't need to talk about it really, do I? So thanks, Jackie. I do leave politics out. I might do the occasional mention sometimes, but usually I will stick to my own country. You know, stick to what I know about, and I know a little bit about the politics in this country. I'm not going to be one of those people that gives a big commentary on another country's politics. Just like, nah. I don't do it about my own country, but just I'm keeping well away from that. There's plenty of that online already. That I don't need to be part of that. These recordings are really supposed to be relaxing and calm and peaceful. I've also got the Facebook group, Jason Newland's Boring Group. I've had a couple of new members join recently. The latest one's Rich, and then yesterday had Jonathan. So welcome, Jonathan. 20 hours ago joined. So welcome, Jonathan, to this group. And I'm sure Jonathan he posted a message on here. What is it? Okay. Thank you, Jason. Oh, Jason Newland Hypnotist has got me through some rough times. Well, thanks, Jonathan. I really appreciate that. It's nice to hear, you know. I get a bit of feedback sometimes, but it's nice. I never get fed up with positive feedback, ever. I'll be honest with you. It's always get a little bit of a buzz. It's one of my favourite. I mean, sometimes I'll be in just a little bit of a grump, you know, maybe feeling sorry for myself, and I stick my phone, you know, look at my phone, look at the emails, or in Facebook or something, messages, and I see someone's posted a message, and it's like, oh. One of the nicest messages I ever got, and I've had, well, probably had thousands actually over the years. I mean, I've been doing this for about 75 years now. I got this message on, what was that? It wasn't an app, but it was like an email thing. And I'm talking like 2000 and probably 2009, 2008, 2009. Oh, I forget what it was. But I had this message from this young lad. I don't know how young he was, but he sent me a message and he said, thank you. Oh, I just want to thank you. You don't know who I am, but my mum listened to you every day for the last 3 years of her life, and it helped her a lot to get through what she was going through. Thank you. And that was it. It's like, wow, I don't know who he was, don't know who the mother was. But it was someone, it wasn't on Facebook, it was on a kind of another way of communication online. Now, it wasn't Grindr. It was I don't know where. I can't think. MSN? Was that a thing? MSN? SM? Oh. But that's just phenomenal. It's like, wow. So yeah, I've had some really lovely comments over the years, and I can never get enough of them, really. I'm not saying this because, yeah, I am. I'm saying it because I want more comments. I was about to say I'm not saying it because I want more. Yeah, I do. Yeah. I wonder if I've saved any, though. Have I saved any? New contact forms, Q&A Friday, archive. What's the archive? Catch, no. 17th of 9th, 2000. I tell you what's, I don't know if it's strange or not, but sometimes I get people that I've never really spoken to before will contact me and say thank you. So I got one here from Deborah. Thank you for your services. I've been listening for several years and it's helped me get through a chronic illness. I would love to hear by email, if you're willing, that you got this message. So I was like, wow. I mean, that was 17th of September 2024. And I've never heard from Deborah since, I don't think. Unless I have. In that case, I'm sorry. Sort by date. Sort by date. Oldest on top. Let me have a... See, this only goes back to 2024. Which makes me wonder. So if I get rid of some of these... I wonder if I've got any messages on here. That's going to bug me now. I must have gone through one of those periods when I just deleted all the stuff. And now I'm thinking, oh, I wish I'd kept it. Then I could have read it out. So, had a lovely, lovely, lovely interruption from Vinny, shouting very loudly. I've just found some website messages going back to 2019. So let's have a look. This is from Kay. It was Saturday, 21st of September 2019. By the way, when I read a message out, I never include personal information. Okay? So just to let you know that. Hi Jason. Just want to drop you a message to say thank you. The Bore You to Sleep podcasts are the only thing in 20 years that have helped me. I could write and ramble on about why and how they help. I'm laughing at the rambling because that's what I do, isn't it? But in short, a number of hypnotists, professionals and meditation classes all just do not help me. And the more I'm told to or to try to relax and focus, the more I don't. For some strange reason, your podcasts just send me to sleep. I stay asleep for at least an hour or so, which for me is outstanding. I have a number of medical conditions, so it's a huge deal for me to get some sleep. Vinny, you start barking and I am going to sing to you, okay? You do not want that. No one wants that. So calm down, please, okay? Right. And as a small token of my appreciation, I have found and ordered what I think will be a great addition to your new little library for the podcasts. I think I've got the right sort of thing that not only Vinny, what did I say to you? I will start singing Christmas carols to you and you will not be happy. Because that door's closed, you can't get out. You'll be looking at the window. You will be thinking, oh, what's worse, the fall from the window or listening to him singing? So come on. You don't want me to sing. Where we are. Okay. Maybe Andre will even like the packaging. I don't mind you mentioning my name if you wish so. If it's the wrong sort of thing, please just enjoy it personally or pass it on to someone who can take some enjoyment from it. I'll do a testimonial at some point. I just don't know how to condense how thankful I am. That's K, 42 Romford Road, Ilford, CO7943. Telephone number 01703 7234 5769 235. Email address k at bingbong.com. Wow. So yeah, thank you. That's lovely. That's a long time ago though. I mean, 2019. I don't even know if Kay's still listening. By the way, I was making up the address and stuff just in case, because you didn't get it. The next one's from Doreen. I'm going to... Why did they say Doreen like that? Wow, I hope I replied. Hi, I'm going through the agony of my son being in jail. The anxiety I felt has hit me like a train, and consequently am off work. I couldn't begin to get through the days without your podcasts. Sincere thanks, Doreen. Wow, so that was the 5th of the 10th, 2019. I know I replied on the 5th of the 10th. It was sent the 26th of the 9th. Why did I leave it so long to reply? I don't know. So I'm saying thank you to the people, but it's a long time ago. 2000, so hopefully everything's okay with you. This is Kerry. Who was the first person from? Okay. Kerry, I've been listening to your podcast every night. Again, this was from Saturday, 28th of the 9th, 2019. Been listening to your podcast every night, and they really help me fall asleep easily. I think your voice does strangely hypnotize me. I've been listening to you for about 8 months. Apart from the sleeping, I also think your stress and anxiety podcasts is very smart, and I agree with you. And I was wondering if I could request you to do a session on compulsive hand washing. I've had OCD for most of my life, and I self-manage it on my own without medication. However, some days are tough. I appreciate what you do for people like me who like alternative remedies for sleeping and beating anxiety. I hope that I did do that recording. I must have done. I wouldn't have ignored it. And she did send another message as well. Hi Jason, I listen to your podcasts every night, and I find them really helpful in relaxing me to sleep. Thank you so much for what you do. I know we live so far away from each other, but hearing your voice each night makes me feel like we are somehow connected. Kerry in New York. So if you're still listening, thank you. Thank you for listening still. I mean, I don't know if because I've been doing this for so long now, especially the let me bore you to sleep. Maybe the novelty's worn off a bit, because it's now like 7 years, over 7 years. So I don't know. But if you are still listening, thank you. And if you're a new listener, thank you. Thank you for listening, because that's why I do it. That's why I do it. This is Jason's Boring Objects, Monday's Boring Objects, so I'm going to talk about messages I've received. That's the boring objects I'm going to be talking about. I didn't know I was going to be doing that, but it seems like I am. Charlie sent me a message on the 30th of September 2019. Hi Jason, I just discovered more of your episodes on Spotify after a quick search. Previously I thought you only had 40 episodes there, so I'd listened to some multiple times while going to sleep. Over the moon. Anyway, thanks for doing what you do. I've always had problems sleeping. Sleeping pills work great, but not something to rely on. Your podcast is amazing. Just focusing on your voice makes me drift off and wake in the morning amazed that I slept so easily. And at times they're rather funny. So thanks very much from New Zealand. Thank you, Charlie. So that was 30th of September 2019. So I got another message here. Hi Jason, love your Let Me Bore You to Sleep podcasts. This is from Mary. Still a current regular listener. So blimey, Mary, you've been listening for years. Years and years and years. They're so relaxing and very funny. Love hearing about Andre. Tonight you were reading from Closer magazine, which was hilarious. Why did you spend £1.85 on it? And did you know that you're rubbish at geography? Ooh, I've noticed that. Keep up the good work. Thank you. I've never been... when I was at school, it's hard to believe I ever went to school, but I did. Not just because it's so long ago. Like, did they really have schools back in them days? But I'm so ignorant to most things. I really don't know much about stuff. I'll make it up. If I don't know what the answer is, I'll just either make it up or just look it up. Mind you, I always thought like, oh, you know, see, this is the thing. There's a lot of like, moaning about young people. Young people, just always on the phone, phone in the schools, just they can't, they don't use their brains anymore. When I was at school, we used to have an abacus, and we'd count stuff on the abacus. Like, yeah, fair enough, that was then. And I didn't really have an up-to-date argument. An argument for like, well, not up-to-date, but like as an example of something from the past. But apparently, who was it? It's a very famous American. Who in court said he had people because a lot of the really successful I can't. Benjamin Franklin. I think it might be Benjamin Franklin. Although I'm not a little bit I got a little bit of an issue with Benjamin, if I'm honest. I'll tell you why in a minute. Benjamin Franklin was a writer, investor, scientist. No, it couldn't have been him. It might have been not Edwin, the light bulb man. Edison. It might be Edison, when he was asked, well, you don't, why, how can you run a company or whatever, or I don't know what it was, if you don't, you had like 6 months in school and you don't know all these, you can't answer questions, basic questions. It might not have been him, but it was someone very famous a long time ago. It was. And I don't even know if it's true or not. But he said, I don't need to have that stuff in my head. I've got 100 different people I can ask around me, so I don't need to hold stuff in my head like that. And I kind of feel the same way, apart from I don't have 100 people to ask. And it's not really the reason why I don't have it in my head, is because it just wouldn't stay. The only things that stay in my head are things that I'm interested in. And even then, it's questionable whether or not it will stay in my head. But the thing I got an issue with Benjamin Franklin, and I know that he was a huge deal, for the influential for his time in all kinds of things. He was a statesman, inventor, scientist, writer. I'm reading this off the screen, by the way. Diplomat, printer, publisher, and political philosopher. If I put it in, because I'm going to put he set hypnosis back. Right. So it's really interesting, I find, how the connections between different people, like Freud and hypnosis, NLP and hypnosis. So psychotherapy wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for hypnosis. It's just weird. It's just the whole thing. So for hypnosis, okay. Let's have a look. How Benjamin Franklin used hypnotic language. No, that's not the one I want. The Franklin Commission report. Franklin had a higher degree of personal involvement with and more detailed opinion of mesmerism that has been previously appreciated. So my understanding is that what's his name? Well, let's have a look where Franklin. Right. It wasn't called the Franklin Commission, was it? So Benjamin Franklin Franz Mesmer was pretty much the pioneer of, it was called mesmerism, animal magnetism, and then ended up being called hypnosis. And Benjamin Franklin and a few other people all got together and decided they were going to study it, because he was almost Mesmer was almost kind of like doing magic, and he was in high society, and they didn't like it. They didn't like that he was I don't know what they didn't like. Maybe because they couldn't explain it. So they went into, all got together, decided after studying it, and they made up the opinion, if I'm correct, that it was just suggestion. And people were just going along with it, or it was like a placebo. And there was nothing. I mean, to be fair, what he thought and what hypnosis is completely different anyway, because hypnotists now don't think it's animal magnetism or any kind of magnetism really. But because of that, I think it got banned. Again, I'm kind of partially making it up. I mean, I read a whole book on it once, but not hypnosis, but on mesmerism and all that stuff. It's a long time ago. I mean, how far back do you want to go, It's good to know the roots and what's the roots? The foundations of a particular science, if you want to call it science. But it's just amazing. You think that pretty much any therapist today, whether it's cognitive behavioral therapy, whether it's whatever, originated from hypnosis. Because Freud and his colleague, well, actually it was his colleague, was doing hypnosis with someone, and he got an ab reaction, and they didn't really know what ab reactions was back then. And I think, I don't know if it's the story, he was trying to hypnotise this lady and it just wasn't working, so he just talked to her and just let her talk to him, and she had an ab reaction where she kind of broke through some emotions and felt better for it. So he runs home to Freud, jumps in his arms and say, "Honey, I can't believe it. I think I've just discovered something. But it's okay if you take the credit." And Freud said, "Thanks, darling." And yeah, Brewer, was it Brewer? Is that his name? So, and that's kind of... Also, Freud did do hypnosis himself, and there's lots of different theories why he stopped doing it. One was that one of his patients jumped on him in the middle of a session, and that freaked him out a bit. Another one is that he wasn't very good at it. Another theory is that because he wore dentures, he struggled to speak clearly enough for the people to hear. I mean, none of those might be true. Really don't know. I don't think it really matters. But he gave it up in favour of talking therapy. And to be fair, from a financial perspective, it makes sense, because a hypnosis session might last, it might do a few sessions and it's done. But with the psychotherapy or psychoanalysis, it can last decades. So there's a lot more money in it if you can not keep it going. I don't mean it in that way, but it's... And you can go deeper and deeper with the... I think it's just... For me, I would prefer counselling or some kind of therapy if I wanted to deal with all aspects of my life. I remember I got some psychotherapy for the personality disorder, and a psychologist offered me a year's worth of psychotherapy. I said, "Can I have it all in one weekend?" And she said, "No." We laughed. "Can you send it in the post?" "No, can't send it in the post." She didn't laugh at that one. And so we did it. We ended up doing about a year and a half. The problem is, so it was booked to start at the beginning of 2015. At the very end of 2014, I lost my nan. So I ended up talking about... First of all, I ended up talking about my nan for months. And then I moved into this place, and there's a few family issues I was struggling with the whole move, and that's why I was talking about that. So I'm not saying I wasted the sessions, but I think I possibly focused on the wrong things. Maybe. Not all the time. There was definitely some help, and I wish I could have continued it, because I mean, I was lucky to get it for as long as I got it. But it would have been nice to have been able to continue long term. I don't mean long term, but for another 30 years or something. That's all. Just till I'm 90. Now that'd be 40 years. No, it wouldn't be. God blimey. There'd be 35 years and a few months. Oh, man. So, yeah. Do you reckon I'll be married by the time I'm 90? Do you reckon I'll meet someone that actually... Yeah. Can you imagine meeting the love of your life when you're 90? It's like, hey... I mean, I don't know, how would you have a conversation with them? It'd be just, I don't know if, I've forgotten how to flirt anyway. But when I'm 90, will I even know? I mean, I have so little contact with humans, would I even know how to talk to someone? I'm 90, She'd be going, yeah, I'm 85, And that'd be it, just a conversation over and over again, maybe. But by the time I'm 90, the technology was so advanced that I reckon people will be able to live to about 150, if not longer. Oh yes, that's what I think. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Anyway, so that's what. How did I get talking about Mesmer and Franklin, Benjamin Franklin? I don't understand. I don't know how I got there. Oh yeah, because I'm crap at geography, rubbish at. That led me to talk about Benjamin Franklin. That is a bit strange. Yeah. Yeah, geography wasn't really my thing. Wasn't really my thing. It was... I did do geography. I mean, I did go to the classes, but I don't really... I mildly recollect some of the rivers. I mildly recollect some of the... Yeah, probably some of the countries, you know, with coloured in areas and different countries and that. And I actually thought the countries were that colour, but it was just for the map. I kind of remember the mountains. But that's where geography, history kind of mixed together a little bit. Because you kind of need to know both. They both fit together very, very tightly, don't they? In a sense of you got the history of somewhere, but then the geography. It makes more sense if you're talking about or learning about, I don't know, Scotland, for example. You've got the geography of the place, but also it'd be good to have the history as well. Vinny, why are you whining? Why are you whining? Why? Why are you whining, darling? He wants something. Oh, I got this. Do you want this? Do you want that? If I chuck it over there, you'll probably want it, won't you? Okay, ready? He wants it if he can't have it. Let's have a look. Any more messages? No. Nope. Sent items. How far back does that go? What? Right. That's strange. Right, okay. This is a message left on my website. Oh, this is from someone called Leaf. So I don't get the original thing. Okay. Cara. Oh, okay, I got one from Cara here. I've fallen... Oh, this was from 2024, 15th of March. I've fallen about 5 or more episodes behind on listening to your newest recordings. But I want you to know that I'm recently listened to your episode titled Transcribing and was deeply moved by the description of your current friendship situation. When was that? Friday 2024, March. Oh, yeah, I remember now. I won't read the rest of it. Yeah, that was after my friend So yeah, okay. I'm just having a look, see if there's any sent items, no subject. No, no, no. What? Oh, okay. This is sent. Nope. So there's a lot of stuff from people. I can't read it. It's like personal, not personal, but personal-ish. No subject. I went to my doctor's to have a prostate exam, and the doctor said to me, "Mr. Newland, you don't have to hold it open." So, oh, blood, I was, what? Oh, that's me sending myself jokes. Okay, right, just move them. I can't believe I read that out, sorry. Be gentle and kind with it. Treat it with tender, loving care. Right, no, I can't read that out. Last time I saw a leg like that, it was in a zoo. It's not a good chat-up line. Oh, why I even bothered? Why? I think I must have read these into the thing, which is a bit silly. Yeah, so I want to get myself a dictation. One of those are they called dictaphones? Dictation? Record. Do you know they used to have used to actually be little tape recorders. I used to have one years ago, 1991. I used to record myself on stage. But you could also get bigger ones with the normal size tapes. But I would like, if I can, I've had a few digital ones over the years, but I want to get myself another one, because I know I can do it on my phone, but I don't take my phone out with me all the time. I don't have it on me. Sometimes I'm using the data on the phone to upload something on my iPad, because the phone data is actually quicker than the broadband. And then I can, because what I was thinking, because on a Saturday I do a Saturday summary, and when I come to do the Saturday summary, I can't remember a single thing that happened throughout the week. I mean, last week, to be fair, it was just me making recordings and sleeping and pooping and eating. It was like, it wasn't, and taking him out. There weren't a lot going on last week, except a lot going on, but not a lot to talk about. But like, something happened today. I just remembered it. Like, I've got a little fascination with birds of prey. I can't help it, I just do. I love birds generally. Not a big fan of seagulls, but I had an incident with a seagull once. That's going to get your mind going, isn't it? I see a seagull really behaving badly about 20 years ago. I mean, I know you can't judge a whole race of birds just because of what one or two birds do, but there's something about, like, the sound they make where they're flying. It sounds like they're scared of heights. It's like just, and they're so big, so big. Anyway, but I've not got an issue with big birds, because I like a big bird. I think I don't think they're eagles, because we're not really an eagle country. I think you have eagles in Scotland, but I don't think there's eagles here. in the wild. There might be. And I was asking a friend, well, someone I know that's a real big bird lover. This is my friend's husband. And he said it might be a kestrel or something hawk. Okay, I'm going back. I need to go back because I'm talking about something that happened last year and then something that happened today. Last year there was this bird that was so elegant and eloquent. I'm not quite sure what the difference is between those words. They sound very similar. So majestic, beautiful, in a way that I just can't, I don't know. It's not that I want to fly. It's just something about them that just, I kind of just can't take my eyes off it. You know, it's a little bit, I don't know. You know, if I took Vinny out dressed as a pig, you know, with a little pig face and maybe Kermit like on his back wobbling around, it would be, you know, people would look. They wouldn't be able to not look, would they? And it's a little bit like that. I just can't. I'm not saying that the hawk looked like it wasn't dressed as a pig, and Kermit was nowhere to be seen. I think frogs would keep away from hawks, to be fair. Mind you, you'd think they'd keep away from pigs. I mean, it's not really a match, is it? You know, there's something a little bit sus about that relationship. But hey, perhaps we have to go back about 40 years. That's a long time ago. I think she's moved on. By the way, if you like really adult comedy movies and you like the Muppets, there's a movie you may have heard of it. You may, Vinny, leave me alone, please, mate. You don't need anything. I know you don't. You're hassling me. Do you need a toilet? If you need a wee-wee, we can go to the toilet outside if you want. But I think you're hassling me just because I'm not giving you attention. Yet when I'm with you and not making a recording, you don't even want my attention, do you? That's distracted me now. I've got no idea what I was talking about. What? What is it? What? What do you want, Vin? He's just sitting on his bum, just staring at me. What do you want? You know, I did a recording earlier, Let Me Bore Your Pain Away, and he would not stop barking. Honestly, I had to, it took ages to edit it. Wouldn't stop, would you? I don't know what you want, Vinny. Right, I think I need to take him out to the toilet. I'll be back in a minute. You want to go toilet? Right, I am back from taking Vinny into the garden for a wee-wee. I don't think he even needed it. Really, I think he was just humouring me. I don't really know what he wanted. Anyway, what I was talking about, big birds and a what are they called? Dicta recorders. I mean, originally they were, you know, it came from Edison, the Edison dicta thing. Let me have a look. I wonder how they came up with that word. Edison dictation machine. So Edison, the Edison dictating machine was a phonograph that could record and play back sound on wax cylinders. It was invented by Thomas Edison in 1887 and was initially used as a dictation machine for offices. Later it became a popular form of entertainment, and Edison sold many recordings to the public. The Edison phonograph competed with the Columbia dictaphone, which also used wax cylinders. Ah, okay. I wonder why it's called dictaphone. But anyway, I need one of them. I need to get a small one. Something small in my hand that I can carry around or just have in my pocket when I have an idea, or when something happens. Just something, it doesn't have to be, well, ideally not exciting, unlikely to be exciting. I can just record it, and then I can just have it all transcribed or something at the end of the week. Then I'll know what I've done. Just to remind me what I've done, and yeah. That wasn't quite as exciting as I thought it was going to be. Okay, so this is a big bird of prey. I don't know how big the bird is because it's high up, but the wingspan is large. Very elegant, beautiful thing. It's brown, like red brown. And I discovered them last year. I didn't discover them. I mean, they existed before I saw them with my own eyes, but I didn't see them till last year. And I say them because there's two of them. There was one, and I thought, and it go to the right of me, and go over the trees to the right of me. Then I see it again to the left of me, coming over the trees, and like, wow, what kind of magic is this? It turned out it's two different birds, but I think they're married, I think. So I'd watch them so nicely just gliding for a round and flying and all that stuff, especially on a blue sky day. It's lovely. Well, today I think I saw them today for the first time this year. I might have seen them before, but I don't recall it. This time it was different. I saw one being chased by a blackbird. I don't know if it was a blackbird. I don't think it was a crow. Might have been a crow. Might have been a wren. I don't know. I know they're different birds, but from a distance I couldn't see. It was a lot smaller than the hawk or whatever bird of prey it was. This bird was screeching at it and was chasing it, trying to get to it, and the bird of prey was like moving around. It was like the opposite to what you'd maybe expect to see in the sky. Vinny, stop staring at me. You've been out. You had your little treeet. You've had your food. I don't know what else I can do. I know you will probably want to just settle down, don't you, and have a cuddle and watch telly and stuff, but give me a little while. I'm busy. I'm actually busy. I'm talking about something very interesting. I'm telling an exciting story about a big bird being chased by a little bird. Yeah. And I was like, wow, never seen that before in my life. And the big bird flew off, and the little bird, because he couldn't catch it, and the little bird just flew back its own way. Then another bird, like the partner, I think the husband or the wife of, I can't tell from this distance, can't see the distinguishing marks, if you know what I mean, flew again towards the little bird, and the little bird turned and started chasing the other bird, and it ran away. That was just weird. I don't know what the argument was over. But this little bird, and I thought, you know what? That's a gutsy bird. Considering, I suppose in flight it has I suppose on the ground it wouldn't probably have much chance because the other bird is probably 3 times bigger than it. But in the sky, I suppose every bird's got a chance. I mean, seagulls, I would say seagulls' wingspan is probably bigger than these birds. But some seagulls are huge, aren't they? Absolute monsters. So yeah, it was weird just seeing a little bird chasing a big bird and then chasing the other big bird. And I don't know what it was about. And you can't ask them. Can't just, can't knock on his tree. Say, excuse me, mate. I just noticed earlier you was having a bit of a row, a bit of an argument. I was just wondering what started it. Do you fancy a chat? Are you okay? It's just weird. But it was fascinating to watch. But I still love the big birds. There's something about them. It's relaxing to watch them just gliding through the sky. Well, I find it relaxing. Yeah, it's nice. Well, that's what happened today. That was that was pretty much the highlight of the day. Why am I telling you that? Oh, yeah, probably because I would have written that down or kept a log of that. So I'm just having a look, see what other messages I've got. So these are just me replying. Okay, all right. Just seen something I sent someone that's quite funny. Vinny started barking again. I've not got much of this stuff out, have I? I'm trying to get this out, and yeah, I can't find. All I've got is replies that I've sent to people, but I've not got the original messages. Ooh. New contact form entry. Okay, so let's have a look at that. New contact form. Have I read these out before? I'm not reading that out, blimey. Sometimes I test the if I do a new form on my website, I test it and I send myself a naughty message. I nearly read that one out. All right, this was from 1st of July last year. What motivates you to do the sleep podcasts? How do you get back to sleep if you wake up in the middle of the night? I urinate. That generally, sometimes, I shouldn't. Well, I don't think this is unnatural or anything, but I'm not going to talk about, doing anything weird out the window. I sometimes, from when I'm asleep, I'm thinking about needing a wee-wee. And in my dreams, I'm looking for somewhere to go for a wee-wee. Then I wake up and I need it. No, I don't want it. There's nothing weird. And I realise I need to get up and go for a wee-wee. But then sometimes I'm there and Vinny's cuddled up to me. And I know that if I move, he'll move away and it'll wake him up. I don't want to disturb him. Because I just like it. Because he doesn't cuddle up to me when I'm awake. So some of these are questions for the Q&A Friday. This is from Ing. Thank you so much for your efforts for the podcast. It's so effective that I can listen for a maximum of 15 minutes. Last night, you once again saved me from lying awake half the night. I love hearing about Vinny. I have a dog myself. This was from 5th of December last year. Thanks, Ing. I'm writing from Germany. From the borders, triangles with the Netherlands and Belgium. I've never been to Germany, but I have been to the Netherlands and Belgium. Went to Amsterdam, and that was 2002. I think that was like November time. And I've been to Belgium, I think 3-4 times. Alright, so some of these things, these are questions I had for, yeah, it's recently, so I probably read this out. This is, okay. Right, this is just someone, it's like trying to sell something to me. This is from Carolina. Thank you. Your sleep podcasts helped me immensely. I'm going through a really difficult time at the moment. Could you recommend a recording to help me with low mood, lack of self-esteem and helplessness? I don't speak to anyone for weeks on end. Just no idea how much comfort you bring, and your company. Thank you. Did I do a recording for you? I did. Blimey, I actually did a recording. Hi Carolina, or Carolina, I'm still not sure which way to spell it. To say it rather. Thanks for your message. I'm glad my recordings are useful. I've made a recording based on your request. So I did a recording called, and it's requested for Carolina, Hypnosis for Low Mood, Self-Esteem and Helplessness, 3rd of February 2025. I wonder if I've still got it. I wonder if it's on my podcast of requested. I've got a podcast of requests. Requests. Where is it? Requested recordings. Okay, let's go back. Oh, I touched the wrong button. I'm trying to find the right place. Okay, so this is really. I don't seem to have it. Oh yes, I do. Request for 3rd February 2025. Requested for Carolina. It's 52 minutes 34 seconds long. Oh, cool. Have I got that podcast on my website though? That's the question that probably no one's asking. But I'm going to ask it because I don't know. Reviews, podcasts. Nope. So if I go to my podcast, I'm going to make that change right now. Because I've done quite a few requests on that podcast. There are 27 episodes. Okay, so 27, 26, 25. There's 25 different requests that I've got. There's probably a few more that I need to add as well. So 25 different requests over the years. So what I need to do is add that to my website and put it in the menu. So where is it? It's hiding. That's because I haven't gone down. Need to go down. That's it, to the bottom of the thing. I wonder if I've got it in the pages section. Requests. Requested recordings. In fact, maybe I've got it in my podcasts. I might have. It's possible. In the lists. Requests. No. So what I need to do is add that in there. So let's say podcast settings, RSS settings, copy, and then post that. Add a podcast, post it in, import podcast. That should now be added in the next few seconds. Requested, it'll be at the bottom on it, so I need to go down again. Go down, requested recordings. Now what I need to do is, if I'll just copy that, go to pages, create a page, new page, requested recordings, and then add. Okay, wait a second. Well, I just had another interruption. This time from a neighbour phoning me, wanted me to have a look at his kitchen. So I went in and looked at his kitchen. It's really nice. They've done a lot of stuff, and all the cabinets are in. All the tiling's on the walls. I think all it needs to be done now. You know, the kitchen sink's all connected. I think all it needs now is the flooring and the decorating. So I guess that the wall's going to be painted, and then I have a new floor, and that'll be it. So it might be another 2 weeks before it's all completed. I got no idea what I was talking about just then. What was I talking about? Podcasts. So I need to. Oh man, I genuinely don't know. I've forgotten how I do it. It's been so long since I did this, which is weird because it shouldn't really be that difficult. But it's been a few weeks since I did anything on here, as far as like making this kind of page. Podcasts, episodes. Maybe that's what it is. It's episodes. So if I get rid of that, add episodes. So I click on that, which should allow me to be specific about what type of episodes I'm going to have in here. So let's have a look. Does it or not? Oh, I know what I need to do. I know. Requested recordings. So episodes sort by description. I remember now. Your podcast filter. Requested recordings. See if that works. Requested recordings. Yes, I did it. So requested recordings. No, that didn't work at all. So what I need to do is just update it. Go back to the pages. Go back to the podcast rather, and find out what the thing is for that. Nope, go back. This would be more, well, it might be more interesting if you could actually see. So edit podcast. Oh, it is requested recordings, but it's the slug they call it, but there's a dash in between. So if I go back to pages, edit requested recordings, click on that, go down. And does it say slug? Requested episode filter. Episode category filter. Right. I think it's that. That should be. It is. Done it. And yes, all the requested ones. So all of those recordings are now on that page, which is, I would say, pretty groovy. So what I need to do now that I've saved that, I'll go back to add in, customize, headings, navigation links, add a new navigation, add item, requested recordings, save, and it's there. It's done. Done. So go to jasonnewland.com, requested recordings in the menu, and pretty much all the requested recordings are on there. That's weird, but they're coming up very, very... Why is it coming up like that? It's coming up, but it's almost... The writing's very tiny. It might just be a blip. Why is it doing that? Wasn't doing it before. Was not doing it before. Save all. So go back. Requested recordings. Edit. Yeah. That's very strange. I don't know why it's doing that, because it's not doing it on my one. Let's go back. No. Why is it doing that? There's no reason for that. It's working perfectly well on... Let's see what's it doing on the phone. Let's go jasonnewland.com. Menu, requested recordings. Yeah, it's normal writing on there. That's really strange. But on my website, on the laptop, it's coming up as almost like... I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh well, it might just be the browser. That's very strange. So let's say how many... Alright, so that was Carolina. Leah. Okay, Kenneth. Gnome. So I got a message. This is 1st of April 2025. Hello, you've been helping me relax during my struggles with staying asleep, and I really appreciate it. Heard the pushing out of the negative thinking sequence last night, and it's so helpful. Kudos to you. The long form with ads only in the beginning makes such a difference. Yeah, so if there are ever any ads, even on YouTube, only at the beginning. And your voice isn't forced in sounding relaxing like so many others. Seems like the only one out there like this. I like everything I've heard. Except the message. Okay, there was one that she didn't like. See, that's the thing. There's always something... It's quite hard. It's like a vague... Because I did a massage one. I don't even remember doing that. But that wasn't for everyone. And it's... Yeah, I suppose that's why... That's part of the reason why I do so many different types of recordings. That was Vinny flapping his ears. I don't know why he had to make so much noise. Considering he's so small, that was a lot of noise for a little dog. I've got another one from Mary. Hello, Jason. I want to say thank you for your podcasts. I love to listen to them. You've been great lately. Not that you weren't great the whole time. Thank you so much. That's from 7th of April. So I just wonder where some of the other stuff is. So I'm looking through it, but I can't seem to find anything in the old... Oh, okay, here we go. Nope, that's not it, so I'll get rid of that. Nope. Moonpig service, Google. Francis. Yeah, I can't find. Wonder where they all went. There was a time where I actually went through all the different emails. This is probably 14 years ago, maybe 15 years ago, maybe about 2012 time, and I went through all of the messages, all of the... I mean, I wonder if I go onto my hard drive where I saved the hypnosis stuff, have I got anything like messages? What's the right word? No. Tributes, that's not the right word, is it? Customer messages. Nope. Let's just have a look. YouTube. This is all the folders on my hard drive, okay? Back up 19th of April 2025. Then you've got 13th of February 2025. So these are just things that every time the computer gets a bit full, I try and back the stuff up, but I'm actually running out of space on there. So I'm going to have to get another hard drive. It's amazing how much space all this stuff takes. YouTube vids, YouTube images. Why is it free? That was my book. Shall we see, is there anything on there? Why is it free? Introduction and acknowledgement. Okay. Opening Notepad. What did I write down? Well, whatever it's in Chinese. I don't know why. Probably because I don't know. It's weird. Why is it free? Why is it done that? Oh, I've got so we've got transcription doc, and that's not coming up either. Oh well. Videos to be edited, TurboScribe PDFs, trichotillomania, transcripts, transcribed to upload to Instagram, text doc. I wonder what's in there. Text doc. Mum, what's that? I've got something that says mum, but it's empty. Will you stop, mate? Oh, I've just got some information that I was searching in the records. So, oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's hard because I've got. Yeah, some of it doesn't make sense because I was trying to find. So all I know is Tunbridge Wells, Kent. Born 19. Well, it wasn't 1916, was it? But also wasn't 1985. So it wasn't that person. Unless someone named after her, maybe a daughter, which would be my sister. Francesca, marriage 1965, that's absolutely correct because I checked that. That's when she married my dad. And then there's another one. Yeah, it's not very good. I'm thinking, here's what I'm thinking. Oh, birth 1946. But my dad was born in... I mean, it's possible she was born in 1946. But then it says Surrey, South Eastern Surrey. But so it means she's the same age as my dad. That was, Yes, I'm not really sure. I don't know why I've saved that information. So if you're out there and you might be my sister, say hello. Requests, notepad. It's going to come up in... No, no, good. Oh, what? Okay, it's all come up. Please make a paperwork organisation video. Papers are everywhere. This was... Alright, okay. Sir, I've listened to you. Wow. So this is some stuff that I've saved. What's it say? I don't know where this was from. Sir, I have listened to your hypnosis sessions on self-esteem. I found it very useful. I enjoyed the hypnosis session. I have learnt self-hypnosis from a hypnotist. I have taken past life hypnosis sessions too. I have a strange... Okay. So I'm not going to read the rest of that out, but it's just talking about an issue. Then there's another one from Taz, I think. Hi Jason, first of all I just want to say thank you so much for all your videos. They really do help me relax. Does it have a date for this? No date, so I have no idea when this was put on here. For helping me through all the stuff, I really do appreciate your time and generosity in helping so many of us out. I have a request. Okay, right, so I won't read all that out. So another one. Right, I'm going to see when this was from, when I made this folder. So let's have a look. Should have some information. Right, let's have a look. What is it? Open properties. Properties created 16th of November 2014. So 11 years ago. Well, not quite 11 years ago, but yeah. 16th of November 2014. So that's when I made that folder. Blimey. Library pass? What's that? Library pass? What kind of library pass? So I've got these things saved, but it's just a load of stuff that doesn't make sense to me. I don't... Ooh, this is interesting. Letter to housing. I live in a basement room. Wow. I'll read this out to you. This is what I sent to the housing department. Living in my present accommodation is causing me distress. I have bipolar affective disorder, on medication. Also have a care worker for 2 hours a week and a social worker. I live in a basement room which has a kitchen. I share a bathroom which has a shower with 2 other residents. My mail is posted into the upstairs premises, which means I have to leave my home to collect my post. In my lower moods, I can't leave my room to get to the shared bathroom, blah, 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 without extreme. Sometimes I don't, whatever. So I'm not going to read all this stuff out. Okay, I'm not going to read it out because it's pretty personal. Oh. Wow. Okay. Right, I'm not reading it out, but that's quite powerful stuff actually. Let's have a look at the when that was made. Properties. 14th of November 2014. So bearing in mind, I got a flat by April 2015. because we're literally coming up to the 10-year anniversary of me living here. Wow. I've got another one here called 10 podcast ideas. So properties for this one. When was this one? Oh, okay. This was 6th of June 2023. So it's not that old. Oh, okay. This is podcast episodes, not podcast ideas. So these are ones that I've just been going through, making up, you know. Right, so I'll come out of that. That was a blast from the past, as it were. SRT file. What's an SRT file? I've got no idea. Sleepy boring objects with music. Sleepy hypnosis done. MP3s. Saved let me bore you to sleep with music. Requests. So I've actually got a folder with requests. Well, not all of them, but a lot of the requested audios. Then you've got relax and sleep hypnosis daily videos, reduced size MP3s, random stuff. What's in the random stuff file? I've got no idea what this stuff is. Robin Gray, will you? Nope. I don't know. Random MP3s. So these are, some let me bore you to sleep. Loads of different things. So I'll come out of there. Podcast main image. Wow, there's a lot of images there. Some of them are a lot more. Yeah, I need to change my images. Some of them are a lot more colourful, more stand-out-ish than the ones I've currently got. Podcast images. Wow. There's I keep saying wow, don't I? Like a little kid opening presents at Christmas for the first time. 722 podcast images. That's quite a lot. When was that made? When did I make that file? 29th of June 2023. So then I've got pictures. How many pictures are in there? Properties. 613 images. And that's just because some of the images are things that I've put together to make other images. If that makes sense. I've also got a camera roll, but that's only got one video of me doing a recording. Another videos, anything there? No, it's empty, so I can delete that. Got a lot of Beatles album covers there for some reason. Office 8 XML. Nope, nothing there. My songs folder's empty. That's not a good sign. MP3s, Milton Erickson videos. Luke, what's in there? Images of Luke. Oh man, there's a picture of him with Andre, and Andre's biting his tongue. There's a picture. So there's a picture of Luke with Andre's head in his mouth. It looks like he's biting. He's not. He's just playing. Andre loved him so much. And then you've got a picture of Logan and Vinny together. That might have been during a period when they lived together. There's another one with Logie. Logie's on the floor, probably asleep, and Vinny's resting his head on his neck. Oh. Then there's a picture of Luke and Logie together. Another one the same. Here's a picture of Luke from Blimey. He's got his niece, or either his niece or his nephew with him. and they're both like pretty much nearly, I think 25, I think his niece is now. So he's, well, obviously really young there. And there's another one at the same kind of time with his niece. Oh, okay. I don't normally look through all this stuff. They're just folders with mainly just, you know, podcast stuff. Let Me Bore Your Pain Away. What's in there? Alright, the first 9 recordings. Got more than that now. I haven't organised my stuff for ages. Let Me Bore Your Pain, or Let Me Bore You MP3s. Just one there. Kevin MacLeod music. Images XX. Not XX and as in XX, but just I've already got an images folder, so I just did another added. What is this? Okay. So these are just more images for the podcasts. There's quite a few. What PDFs? Okay, so I've got some PDF books and stuff here. But I don't... Will they open up? I don't know if they... No. I don't know if they open up in here. Oh, they do? Groovy. So I've got some transcriptions. That's cool. What other ones? Let's have a look. The Power to Influence. Yeah, that's coming up. That's cool. I didn't realise that. That's coming up pretty good. Some of these are just photocopies of books that I found online. So if I come out of there, I wonder how many, excuse me, blimey, how many images are there? 956 files. Blimey, 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 blimey. Right. iCloud backup, no video. So there's a stop smoking one on that one. Then there's iCloud, another backup, November 2023. Oh, there's quite a lot of stuff on there. These are the Let Me Bore You to Sleep recordings. The thing is, when it's video, or even if it's audio, it's quite big. And that one's 7.98 gigabytes. iCloud, another one. iCloud Photos. There's one there with me topless. Oh, it's actually, I did a recording topless once. It wasn't completely topless, just, you know, partly. It was in the summer. Yeah, there's a few. Mostly it's pictures. Some pictures I've done together for birthday cards. So I did a picture of. I think it was my dad's. Yeah, it was my dad's birthday a couple of years ago. So there's a picture of a really muscly man body. Then there's my dad's head on there. So the muscly man's holding a kid. My head's on the kid's head. So that's a little toddler. My head's there looking up, smiling. My dad's smiling, and Vinny's also in his arms as well, poking out. So it's quite a cool picture. I would show you it, but I can't post pictures of family and stuff because they wouldn't like it. But that was one of my better pictures, I think. I did one my brother didn't like, and I thought it was funny, but he didn't find it funny, I don't think. And I'm not sure if he's ever gonna forgive me, you know. It's a weird one. Basically, I think it was for his birthday, and I think it might have been last year or the year before. And what I did is, I should have it on here somewhere. So many images of Vinny and little videos of Vinny on here. Loads and loads. Wow. Blimey, 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 blimey. Lots and lots and lots and lots. I'm talking lots. I've even got an image of my bald patch. Why would I even do that? I don't know. Loads of little videos and images of Logie, Vinny attacking my feet, my shoes. God. Yeah, there's a lot there. There's him on the bed, him in a tent. So basically, I can't find the picture that I did for my little brother. But what it was this. And the reason I did it, because I thought it would be funny. It didn't quite get that reaction. So, and it was basically in remembrance of what he used to do. Because he used to, when he was a kid, when he was little, and he was potty training, he would get excited when he'd gone potty. And he had I think it was a yellow one, and I think he had a blue one. I think he had two different potties. Definitely a yellow one. And he'd bring it in to show us. He'd be really excited. And that was a way of getting him to train to do it. Well, I remember more than once he came in and put the potty on the table to show everyone while we were eating at dinner. And it was funny. Yeah, a bit grim, but it was funny. So what I took a picture that was of the family at the table. I mean, it wasn't from back then, but it was like my dad and my nan was at the table. I think maybe I was at the table. And I put a picture, and I had a separate picture of a little kid on a potty. And I put sitting on a potty, that is, and I put a picture of my little brother's head on the picture of the kid. And he was on the dinner table, sitting there and I mean, he might have had like a nappy on, but he was still sitting on the potty. I can't find it. I wonder if it should be on my Moonpig account. If I go into Moonpig, where is it? Moonpig. Let's have a look. So account. Oh, I'll have to sign in, or can it do it for me? No, it's gonna. I can't be bothered. Yeah, can't be bothered to sign in. So yeah, I did that, and he didn't. I didn't expect him to send me a long handwritten letter thanking me, but he didn't seem to be particularly impressed with it. So yeah, I haven't really had much of a conversation with him since. That's unlike me to say the wrong thing. Ooh. Anyway, so I'm going to go back to the inbox, change it by date. Okay. What? Oh, newest on top, that's it. Good. I can't find any more of those messages. They might be on the other hard drive, like the older one. Because I can't find any more. I mean, there might be some files on here just randomly, because I had a note, I think it was like a note page or notebook file from an old computer, and it went on like for about 20 pages with messages that people had sent me over the years. This is back in about 2012. But somehow I managed to have lost it. It might be somewhere, I might still have it somewhere, but I don't seem to have it anywhere. No. It's a shame. 'Cause it'd be nice to just look at it again. Have a read of some of that stuff. I mean, if I'd have known all family pictures, maybe it'll be on here. The picture of my little brother. Family pictures, family pictures. No. Yeah, it's not. Oh, but there is a picture. I can see the picture that I used for his picture. Yeah. It was, I don't know. But I did it with the hope of making him laugh. I thought it'd just be a nice little thing, but it didn't seem to. I don't know, as he's got older, he's a little bit more serious than perhaps he used to be. So, but I'm not sure. Maybe he thought I was being rude. I wasn't. I was being loving. It's a difference. Still think it's funny though. I tell you, it's really weird, right? There's a picture here. Let's have a look. Properties. 2007, no, 2016. And it's my niece. It's basically in a high chair. She's now about to leave school. I mean, how? It just doesn't make sense. Does not make sense at all. What did I say, 2013? No, 2016. It said it was created 2016. So I don't know if she wouldn't have been 6 in that. I think she's about 16 now. Maybe it's just that I downloaded it from Facebook on that day. Yeah, no, it wasn't. I remember I had a video camera and it was Christmas and it was like, what, 2009 probably, maybe 2010. I'd say maybe 2010. And I had this video camera and I took it to Christmas because I didn't have anything keeping me at home. Well, I was just living in rooms and stuff. So I didn't have Andre, didn't have Vinny, didn't even have Goldfish back then. And I filmed my niece and she was having a complete, I don't know if it was a sugar rush or whatever, but she was super excited and very, very funny. And I filmed her, but I lost the footage. I don't know how I lost the footage. It's a shame. Oh, I've got Facebook albums. I've got loads. Loads and loads and loads and loads. Oh, this is strange. Oh my goodness. There's a video of me, and there's a picture of me with people from the past. Wow. And my red cardigan. And I didn't have a grey beard. When was that from? When was that from? It's a while. 100% going back a while. So, but then it's probably, when did I download it from Facebook? 22nd of April 2016. That would make that, yeah, that'd be about right. It's when I took it. Probably, yeah. Yeah, yeah. That's just. What it might be is they took the picture and then I just took it from their the Facebook page. It's weird seeing this. I genuinely have not looked at these pictures for probably 10 years, over 10 years. Forgot they were here. I look big in this. Weird. And I got jeans on. I've not worn jeans in nearly 10 years. I used to wear trousers, I used to wear jeans. I'm not I was going to say trendy. I've never been trendy, but I've just been wearing tracksuit bottoms for the last 6 or 7 years, pretty much. Not the same pair, but for as long as I can remember, really, because I've got about 6 or 7 pairs of these, and that's all I've been wearing. T-shirts and jumpers and stuff like that, sweat tops. Back then, I was still dressing. I was still making a little bit of an effort. That's so strange. My hair, I'm looking at my hair. Isn't it weird? I'm looking at a photograph of what used to be kind of, I used to class as part of my family when I was younger. Like my goddaughter, though I haven't seen her for absolutely years now. They all kind of went their own way. But people that I've known, like one of the people in there I've known since I was 17 years old. And it's really strange just to, all I'm focusing on is my hair, my hairline, and how grey am I? Hardly any grey at all. Even the beard, a little bit at the side, but not much grey. I think that's what you call being fascinated with yourself, maybe. That was from 22nd of April 2016. So I've got a picture of my little brother here. I'll tell you what, he's very handsome. My little brother is. He kind of, you know, sometimes when the mix isn't quite right, I think for me, between my dad and my mum, I don't think the mix was, I don't know how they ended up with me. But with him, it's like he came out, he's just a really good looking lad. I say lad, he's 8 years younger than me, so what does that make him? Old. He's old now. No, he's 40. I'm 54, so he's 46. He'll be 47 the day before I'm 55. So that was from 22nd. So that can't be all these things. 22nd of April. This is the 22nd of April. So no, it can't all be from the same date that these were created. Properties, 22nd of April, 6th. No. So basically, this is when I downloaded them from Facebook. Because both these pictures are completely different places. And it says taken 22nd of the 4th, 2016, and the other one 22nd of the 4th, 2016, 06:55, 06:55. Now, admittedly, I do get up early these days, but back in 2016, I was not up early in the morning. No. I found another picture there, again, 22nd of the 4th, 2016. So we could be going back 2015. Yeah. So I got no idea. It's just, oh, this is sad. There's a picture of the where I used to live when I was a kid. There was this area which sometimes had a pool in it, like with boats, and then they changed it, and then it became like a car rally thing and some other stuff. And there's just a picture of this. It's just all derelict. Oh, I bet is that 26 as well, is it? I can't even find it now. I'll just come out of it. Where is it? I was literally just on it. Oh, there it is. 22nd of the 4th, yeah. So all these pictures were downloaded the 22nd. So yeah, that's why the one with my niece, even though it said a later date, it wasn't. It was much earlier than that. Wow. Photo albums number 4. So I did quite a few pictures I must have taken off of. Oh, this is when I first moved in. My brother and his wife came round, and I was holding Andre. She didn't like Andre. Wasn't a big fan of ferrets, so, which is fine. I mean, but I wasn't either when I first met them. I didn't know how beautiful they were. And this would have been, I mean, he looks quite big there, because when I got him in November, he was a baby. So it definitely, oh, my brother's holding him. Oh, so cute. There's another picture of me holding, yeah. I liked having pictures taken of me and him. So let's have a look. There's more pictures. This is there's a different one. Wow. So there's a picture. I've got a picture of me. If anyone wants to see this, I can post it. There's a picture of me from probably 1991. Yeah, 1991. Because my hair wasn't even long yet. Because I started growing my hair about April 1991, and it took a while before it was long enough to be in a ponytail. So at this stage, my hair was curly, but like thick and curly, but not long. And I've not even got a beard. I've possibly got a bit of stubble, and I'm sitting on I wonder if it says when it was taken. I bet it doesn't. It probably wouldn't have that, would it? No. It's taken on the 22nd of February. No, it's 22nd of April 2016. No. 1991. And there's an image of me sitting next to Nick Realty and another comedian. There's two people on the end who I knew, but I don't know if they were comedians or not, but they were getting on really well. This was posted on Facebook. I think someone I know posted it, or someone I used to know. And I've got, God, I look so moody. Such a moody old git I was back then. And I used to wear layers because I was really self-conscious about how skinny I was. So I used to wear like more clothes to kind of, now I'm the opposite. It's gone the other way. Blimey, wow. And I wasn't drunk, because I never used to drink alcohol back then. It's weird. That's the only picture I've got of me when I was young. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that. And I wonder if I ever posted it on my Facebook. I'm going to post it on Facebook. No, I'm not going to do it yet. I'm going to paste it on... What is that? I've opened way too many things up. Right, I'll post it on my desktop. If anyone wants to see that picture, I'll post it on my Facebook group. Jason Newland's Boring Group. It's me when I was 20. Probably 20 years old. I forgot about that picture. There's also another picture that I forgot about. Where is it? What? Oh, okay, there's a picture of me and my nan. Oh, there's a picture of me and my two nieces. Well, not two nieces, two goddaughters, although not official goddaughters. One I actually thought was my daughter for about a year, and then found out she wasn't. And then the other one loved me as well. Like, they're both sisters. There's about a year and a half between them, or about a year between them. So very close in age. And weird seeing me, because that would have been 2002, probably beginning of 2002, maybe end of 2001. And I think, from the looks of it, I was still using Brill cream, which is a weird thing to notice. See, I'm focusing on myself, focusing on my hair, because I miss my hair. I really do. I miss it. I didn't have a beard either. So this is when I was working in the call centre, and the strange thing about it is I felt like I was old then, but I didn't look too bad, because, compared to now, I didn't look too bad. I looked all right. I definitely haven't improved with age. Always a picture of me at my sister's. I've got a goatee. See, again, I'm focusing on me. I've got a goatee beard. A goatee beard. So I don't know when these pictures were taken. Oh, I do know that one, because I visited there. This is a Saturday, and I came home. That was about 2019. That was. So I've got another picture of me with the two goddaughters, but they're both adults now. Like in this picture, who was in the Wimpy. I took a picture of them both. One's making a funny face, which is something I always used to do. I would have loved it for them to have been my daughters. I know it sounds weird, because they're not, but yeah. Oh well, hey. So I haven't seen them for years and years and years and years. Oh, there's another picture here. Oh, I took this off my brother's Facebook page, and it's him and his brother and sister and his mum. That's weird seeing her. Blimey. I mean, this is quite a few years back, but they're all adults as well. It's, yeah. This has really been weird, just looking at some of these pictures. I forgot they were even here. Right, Vinny's starting to play up. So it's like just a little bit of sound downstairs, and he's barking. I need to have the TV on, or some music playing, or an audio book, something to distract him. Otherwise, unless he's asleep, if he's fast asleep, he doesn't care. But when he's awake and I'm not giving him any attention, he has a tendency of noticing stuff, So I'm going to go. this has ended up being a Monday's boring objects, but I've just waffled on, really, haven't I? This is I've just been waffling on this one, but never mind. So I'm going to go. Thank you for listening, and remember to be kind to yourself, because you do deserve to be happy, and be gentle with yourself. You deserve to feel safe. Lots of love. Bye.